another video. As you can see by the title, I will be sharing with you guys the story time on how I told my mom I'm having a baby. So first off, I was literally terrified, like sis, scared to death. I don't even know how to start this, like where to start from the beginning. So, okay. One, I was in denial for a very long time that I was even pregnant in the first place, because I'm like, there's no way, like I'm not pregnant. But like I had to snap to reality, and this is how I told my mother. So first off, I was terrified to tell her in person because I didn't know what she was going to do, if she was going to, like, I don't know, like it's not like she was going to hit me, but like I don't know, like I didn't know if she was going to start crying or just be mad, like freak out. Like I just did not know how this lady was going to react. But I was terrified to tell her. So first of all, leading up to finding out that I'm pregnant, if you guys didn't watch my how I found out I was pregnant video, go watch that first. And I explained all about all my symptoms leading up to finding out that I was pregnant. So anyway, so leading up to me finding out that I was pregnant, I was telling my mom about these symptoms, like, oh, I don't think my period is coming. I'm not really getting the cramps. Like, I don't feel like it's coming. Like, I was like giving her little like hints, like, sis, there's a possibility that you're about to be a grandmom. But yeah, so I was giving her hints because I didn't want to just, I'm pregnant. Like, I wanted her to kind of know that it could be coming. Like, don't be surprised if you have that I'm pregnant text, okay? Or that phone call saying I'm late. So I was basically kind of hinting for weeks, like, sis, I might be pregnant. You might be a grandmom. I don't think my period is coming. So mind you, I still wasn't sure, but I was more sure than usual, because of course everybody has pregnancy scares, and every single time I'm not about to text my mom like, you might be a grandma. But for some reason this specific time I kind of was like, you're about to be a grandma. Like, I knew I was pregnant. Like, I kind of knew, but I didn't. It's like I knew, but I was in denial, if that makes sense. So yeah, like I said, leading up to, I'm like, I don't think my period is coming. I'm not getting any symptoms. Like, I don't feel cramps, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, just wait, and all of this. So I'm just like, okay, she's taking this a little too easy, honey. Like, I don't think you understand that I'm telling you I might be pregnant. Like, are you comprehending what I'm saying? Or you're just like trying to calm me down by saying, just wait. Like, no, there is no just wait. I'm trying to warn you. This time might be coming. If you hear a noise, that is my cat eating in the kitchen right now. Ignore him. Anyway, so like I said in my how I found out video, I took a test a day or two after my missed period. Okay, no. Yeah. I took a test after my missed period. I did get a positive pregnancy test, but that was from a little cheap behind test from the store. So I'm like, no, like, I'm not pregnant. Like, I need a blood test. I need to go to the hospital. I need them to tell me. I was doing research, and that's how I found out about like false positives. Like, that's a thing. So I'm like, no, like, this little dollar store test is not it. Like, I need the doctors to give me a test. I need blood work. I need them to check me. I need my cervix checked. I need everything, the whole works, because I was just in denial and was not trying to believe that little cheap test. Anyway, so when I did take that test and it was positive, I didn't tell my mom, but I did tell my dad. And you guys are probably like, you told your dad before your mom? Like, me and my dad have a different relationship. Like, he won't freak out like my mom. Like, my dad's just like, okay, this is it. We're gonna get through it, whatever. Like, my mom was like, oh my God, the future. What are we gonna do? What are you gonna wear? We have to plan. We have to do, like, she's more a drama queen. So, and also since a little girl, I always promised my dad that I would tell him first before my mom. Like, although me and my mom are obviously closer, I still always promised my dad, like, I'm gonna tell him first if I'm ever pregnant. So he was actually the first person that knew that I was pregnant. So I did tell him, I'm like, I took this test, the lines are here, but I'm gonna make a doctor's appointment. I'm scared to tell my mom, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so like every day or like every other day, she's asking me like, did it come on yet? Did you get, like, did your period come? Are you getting any more symptoms? Like, what's the tea? What's the scoop? And I'm like, no. This cat loved being in every video. Right, Poppy? Right? Stop. Screenshot. So, yeah. Anyway, I probably got lint all over me now. So, yeah, so she's texting me. And she's like, did your period come? Was good or whatever. And I'm like, nope, honey, it's still not on. I still don't have my period. So at this point, I'm kind of knowing, like, okay, I gotta be pregnant. Like, I know that I'm pregnant because I don't miss my period. I'm not the one that missed my period and I get it again in 2 months. Like, no, like, although sometimes it might be a day late, maybe, but completely missing it for days, no, that's not me. So I kind of figured, like, yep, I'm pregnant. So anyway, fast forward, I go to my doctor's appointment and they take the test. Well, first, no, a lot. I went to the doctor's appointment and I couldn't pee or something. Something happened. What was it? Okay. No. So I went to my first doctor's appointment and they were gonna like take the test, but I couldn't use the bathroom to save my life. Like, I couldn't even pee. So they couldn't do the test that way. But they did check my cervix and she, like, my OB put her fingers up in me and she's like, yep, you're about this amount of weeks. Like, your cervix is this and whatever, all the stuff she was doing. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. But I still wanted to confirm. So my mom asked me, like, what happened at the OB/GYN? Like, what's going on? What did she say? And I kind of didn't tell the whole truth. And I just was like, I couldn't pee in the cup, so I didn't get the results. Which technically was true. I didn't get the results because I didn't pee in the cup, but I did get basically checked. And she did confirm, kind of. But I still didn't get another test. So, again, I didn't want to tell her until it was, like, confirmed, like, yes, you're pregnant for sure. Like, here's another test, is now it's positive. I checked you, the blood. Like, I wanted all the works before I told my mom. Like, literally the proof on top of the proof, because I didn't say if I went through all this stuff to tell her and then I'm not even pregnant. Like, that would have just, it would have been annoying. So I wanted the works on top of the works on top of the works. And plus I was trying to stall and procrastinate as long as I possibly could because I was terrified, obviously. First test, the OB/GYN, I'm most likely pregnant at this point. So fast forward, I'm like, no, like, scratch that. I need the blood and that's who will know for sure. So that same day I did get the blood test and they told me to come back in like a few days or whatever, or they'll call or something like that. So I went back a few days later, next week or whatever. I don't know. They took my urine, checked me again, told me my blood results, and everything was yes, 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 yes. You're pregnant. And I'm just like, I wasn't as like emotional, I guess, as some may be, or like I wasn't, like I was freaking out, but I wasn't freaking out, if that makes sense, because like I said, I was kind of preparing myself for this possibility for weeks because of like the symptom. Even before my missed period, I was preparing. And once my missed period came, I'm like, okay. Then once days came and I still didn't get my period, I'm like, okay. And then the doctor's appointments, the blood, the tests. I'm just like, okay, like I'm pregnant. This is just confirmation. Now it's time to tell my mom. So basically, leading up to this point, like I said, my dad already knew. I'm talking to him like every day, like, I'm scared, I'm terrified. He's like, tell your mother, tell her, like, it's fine. Like, I know her, she's not. And I'm like, no, like, she's going to kill me. And I wasn't even more so scared. Like, some people are more scared because it's like, how am I going to take care of this baby? Where's my baby going to sleep? Like, those weren't my fears, because I have my own place, have my own car. I'm out of the house. So it's not like I'm like in high school in the house and kind of need like a plan ASAP. It was more so, I am a senior in college. Like, I'm going into my senior year. I have 1 year left and I'm having a baby. So now just like, how are you going to finish school? Like, you came all the way to the end to get pregnant. Like, are you stupid? Like, now you're going to drop out. Or that's what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that. And it's just like, now it's, what are you going to do? So I was like, oh my gosh, like my mom's going to kill me. I have 1 year left. Like, that's all I kept saying was, I'm a senior. I'm going to be a senior. I have 1 year left. The only thing, like, seriously, the only concern I truly just had in my head was the fact that I'm a senior in college. That's all I kind of thought about. Like, I didn't think about, where's my baby going to sleep? How am I going to afford this? I didn't care about none of that. Like, what people are going to say. It was just like senior year, my last year in college. So anyway, after that second appointment, I went, they gave me like prenatals and like all of that stuff, whatever, get in the car. On my way to like the nail salon, and my mom texted me like, so how was the appointment? Like, first of all, how did you even remember I had an appointment? Second of all, how are you texting me on cue right after the appointment? Like, how did you even know that the appointment was over? It just was like, oh my gosh. My boyfriend is in the car. He's like, just say it. Like, I mean, what are you gonna do? So I'm like, no, I am scared. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know like how to say it. He's like, we can drive over there. We can say it in person. I'm like, no, like, you're definitely tripping. I'm not saying it in person. I knew that for a fact. Like, I was not saying it in person. Some people may say that's rude. Some might say you're crazy. I don't care. I was not saying that in person because I did not know how this lady was going to react, and I refused to get swung on. So, refused to say it in person. Like, my heart was like that. Like, I was not saying it in person. Anyway, I go to the nail salon, which was like 5 minutes away from the doctor's office, and I'm waiting in line to get my nails done. And she texts me like, so how was the appointment? What's going on? And I'm like, huh? Acting all stupid. And she's like, what did they say? And I'm like, you know, ... Like, I was literally like beating her on the bush, basically, like just not trying to say it. And she's like, you know what? And I'm like, And she's like, Jonnae, like, just say it. And then I'm like, I'm pregnant. Of course, this lady calls me, FaceTime at that. Literally FaceTime me like this. So I'm like, what was the point of texting at this point? Like, I'm thinking she was going to text me back. We were going to, you know, text back and forth. So I don't have to hear her tone. She don't have to hear mine. This lady FaceTimes me in the nail salon. So I'm like, oh my God, why? Like, why, God? So I'm like barely put my face in the camera. She's like, pregnant, like, how far along are you? And da-da-da-da. And I'm like, 9 weeks. And I'm like, I think I was 8 or 9 weeks at that time. And I'm like, 8 or 9 weeks. And she's like, I already knew it. And I'm just like, okay now. Like, no, you didn't. And she was like, I knew you was pregnant because you were sitting there beating around the bush, for 2 to 3 weeks talking about, oh, your period late and oh, this and that. Like you been knew you was pregnant, like da 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 da. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I wasn't sure. Just like basically just not trying to have the conversation, because when I'm in the nail salon, and two, it's just like weird altogether. So she basically was just like, well, you are a senior now. You do have your own place, have your own car, money, like your boyfriend, like y'all together, stuff like that. Like, this is just something you're gonna have to do. And the fact that you are a senior in college, you're gonna have to work twice as hard now than before. And now you definitely have a reason to graduate. Like, there is no excuse. There's no dropping out. There's no, oh, I'll take it next semester. Like, now you definitely have a reason to get your degree. And now you're not just doing it for you. You're doing it for him. Well, we didn't know it was a him at the time. But, you know, you're doing it for your baby. You need to get it together ASAP. I'm just like, I already know. Already have plans to this. Like, I already was kind of assuming that I was pregnant, so I already had all of my thoughts already like arranged. And she was just like, well, time to be a mom. It's not gonna be easy, but it's just gonna get done. Basically, like, all that ha 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 and games is over with. It's go time, basically. So I'm just like, okay, I can breathe, because she didn't react how I expected. She was more calmer than I expected. And now I know that I have her support, so now I can actually start to really get excited and like really plan everything, like the gender reveal, the baby shower, like the birth, nursery. Like, I can actually start planning, and I can just start like thinking mommy things, or like now we have something like in common. And then like all of my friends are like you and your mom are gonna be super close. Y'all gonna get like this, like, although we were already close, but they're like, y'all gonna get even more close because now y'all have like this shared experience. And I'm like, nah, like, I feel like it's gonna be the same, which was a lie. It definitely has changed. Like, we're even more closer than ever. We talk literally every day for hours about baby stuff. Like, we're, oh, let's get this from Amazon. Oh, this is a cute nursery idea. Oh, what should I wear? How should I do my maternity shoot? Like, we're just literally always talking about babies. And if you see our details in our thread, it's just screenshots from Amazon, all types of Bye Baby, Target, Walmart, just of baby stuff. And she has been addicted, buying all types of stuff, like literally nonstop, super supportive. So if you're literally scared to tell your mom, which I get how terrifying that can be, because it's like, you don't know how she's going to react, or even like your dad, you don't know how he's going to react. But at the end, it's all worth it. Moms may act tough sometimes, but they're not going to literally leave you and kick you to the curb. Like, if you're on your deathbed, you and your mom can be feuding, and if you're on your deathbed, she's running to the hospital. Like, literally, like, moms have like a different, it's like they take off their mask and become loving when it comes to you and to their kid. So I know it can be terrifying to tell your mom, let alone literally anyone, but like especially your mom. That can be really scary and terrifying, but at the end, it's all worth it. Everybody's more happier. You can just breathe and sit back, because your mom knows, like, and honestly, that's really the only person who opinion matters is your mom's. But yes, that's all I have for today's video. My mom reacted in a different way than I expected. It was a positive way. Wasn't judgmental. I have something on my face. It was positive. It made me feel much better. Finally, like, lifting that weight off my shoulders and like telling her. And we've been closer than ever. And we've been planning together and talking about the baby together. And it's just been like a breath of fresh air. And I feel like if you are scared to tell your mom or your parents don't be, because they're going to accept you no matter what because you're their baby. So that's all I have for today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back in the next video. Yes, definitely comment, because I do comment back and I do like comments and I do see your comments. So please comment and let me know some more video ideas you may want to see. And I will see you all in the next video.